Hello everyone, happy you could be here. Let's dive in. Sit at My Grave, Season 3, Ego's Death, Chapter 22. Emil mentioned being tuckered out and thanked Arden for letting him talk to him before gently leaning in his chair, trying to fall asleep now. Arden hardly heard him. He bit his lips slightly, eyebrows creasing in worry. He tried not to doubt himself, but after everything, his confidence was heavily dwindling. He didn't want to play this guessing game. He was desperate for guidance, but the further he went, the only thing he seemed to be learning was that he was on his own, and it was his fault. As people around him began quieting down and falling asleep, Arden slipped his book up. It was one of the few items he kept with him, besides his phone that wasn't stuffed into a suitcase somewhere. Adela Maledictio, the simple book. Arden with a shaky hand ran his fingers down the material. It brought him comfort, along with the twisting hatred. It's what helped him get so connected to all these unknown mysteries of the world, kept hidden from most. At a time, it felt like it gave him identity, gave him answers, where others thought him to be crazy. However, even with the sense of belonging and knowledge it brought him, it was what helped him destroy his own blood. Arden frowned, hand tensing. He was angry. Angry he let himself sink so far into his studying that he neglected important people in his life. Never gave himself a chance to try other things. He was angry at how stupid he'd been to let all this happen, and how clueless he was while trying to fix it. He often began feeling like he was wasting time by studying back then, because now, when he really needed it, he didn't know a true thing of importance. The clock wasn't waiting for him to figure it out either, and he couldn't even fully feel sorry for himself, and that just frustrated him further. What woes you, Arden Adler? The familiar voice cutting through silent darkness ran a chill up his spine, his chest catching a dull heat. Arden gripped his seat's handles while his book laid in his lap, seeing the dim light as goosebumps grazed his skin. His heartbeat picked up. The whispers in his head were daunting, but that full-on voice speaking to him, he'd never fully prepared for. And now, after his haunting dream, he was alone in the dark like this. He couldn't help but be afraid of that thing, sneaking up on him again. What's the matter? Won't you even share your deepest worries with me? The voice rumbled through him again. Josiah, Arden mumbled. He had so many questions, complaints, pain, but when they spoke, he always seemed to clam up. What do you want? Arden questioned, after he'd worked up his courage. They were working together, both helping each other, but he couldn't help but direct some of his frustrations at Josiah as well. Clearly, whatever it was, it knew more than him, but still, almost seemed delighted in toying with him, drip-feeding him information, and that only added to his internal torment. Hostility? Josiah chuckled. Even after I so nicely helped you and your brother connect for a moment, she spoke with a mocking dismay. Arden's eyes got wide. Those memories, those thoughts, the dream mixed with the retelling. Arden found the longer he went about his day, he was forgetting harsher details. He concretely remembered the things he said while fighting with his brother that day. Remember what Reed said back to him. He knew that his brother had in fact been struck down that day now. But Reed's own thoughts, things that went on while he wasn't present, they seemed hazy. He assumed it was because of the way Emery told the story, or the fact that he tried to fill in gaps himself. The feeling he got through thinking of the whole thing was strange. He didn't understand it at all. The emotions were strong. There was something more he couldn't quite grasp. He always felt like he was hallucinating with his own guilt. But now with Josiah speaking to him, he wondered if it was more. I thought you needed a little incentive to complete our mission. A little connecting with your brother. Oh, poor Reed. You must have been so terrified, being struck in the face like that by your own family. How demoralizing, Josiah emphasized. Arden's body fell a bit, pulling his head down. The storm, the argument, the slap. He was the same. No, he was worse.